Hey everybody, what's going on? Let me start out this video for apologizing to everybody out there who was hoping to hear me and Arcanoia Strokerbean do episode 25 of our Music Memories series. I promoted that in my video last night, which I uploaded. Sadly, we wasn't able to do that because of some personal bullshit coming up at the hour before we were supposed to hit the airwaves. So I have to wait until then my next day off to make up for that. In the meantime, I want to talk about this article that I first saw this morning when I woke up on my Twitter newsfeed. Now we know who actress Evan Rachel Wood is. She currently stars in the HBO series Westworld. She's done other movies and other roles in the past. But she was also mostly known for brief dating with Marilyn Manson in the early 2000s. Now, she was 19, he was 36 at that time. And of course, to any of us, a grown man dating a young teenager seems kind of awkwardish, you know. People get a lot of presumptions in their mind and such. Is he grooming her? Is he doing this behind the scenes? Is he like her pimp and such, you know? Well, excuse me. Wood has now come out and has said all that was true. Now, a couple of times she spoke about alleged abuse, but she never named before who the abuser was. That was until this past Monday on her Instagram account. She typed in, quote unquote, "The name of my abuser is Brian Warner, also known to the world as Marilyn Manson. He started grooming me when I was a teenager and horrifically abused me for years. I was brainwashed and manipulated into submission. I am done living in fear of retaliation, slander, and blackmail. I am here to expose this dangerous man and call out the many industries that have enabled him before he ruins any more lives. I stand with the many victims who will no longer be silent." Now, Manson, because of this, has now been dropped from a program that he was supposed to be a part of. I'm looking up on it right here. It says here he was going to be a part of the 2021 season of AMC's horror anthology Creepshow. But they have told Vanity Fair and other news outlets that because of this, the segment that he was supposed to be on will not air. In addition to that, his record label, which was called, what's the name of it here? Let's see here. It's kind of a funny name here. Loma Vista. That's the name of his current record label that he is signed to. Loma Vista. Sounds like something you spread on your toast at breakfast time here, doesn't it? They have since dropped him from their roster. Now, Manson has also posted a statement defending himself, making a sweeping denial without addressing any of the allegations from both Wood and 4 other women who have also come forward. Here's what he has said. "Obviously, my life and my art have been long magnets for controversy. But these recent claims about me are horrible distortions of reality. My intimate relationships have always been entirely consensual with like-minded partners. Regardless of and why others are now choosing to misrepresent the past, that is the truth." Now, 4 women, as I mentioned, have come forward, stating that Manson had abused them in the past. And now another new face has entered the picture, Rose McGowan. she stated in her Twitter account that she stands by Wood and other brave women who have come forward with this. She said, quote unquote, "It takes years to recover from abuse, and I send them strength on their journey to recovery. Let the truth be revealed, and let the healing begin." Now, according to The Hollywood Reporter, as of May of 2018, months after the Me Too movement started sweeping throughout the entertainment industry, a police report was filed against Manson, citing unsuspected sex crimes that allegedly took place in 2011. In August of the same year, the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office announced that it was declining to pursue that case because of lack of evidence. At the time, Manson's attorney mentioned that allegations made to the police were and are denied by Mr. Warner and completely disillusional or part of a calculated attempt to generate publicity. Any claim of sexual impropriety or imprisonment at that or any other time is false. Now, in a 2009 article in Spin magazine, Manson said this, and he did say this here. He said of Wood, quote unquote, "I have fantasies every day about smashing her head in with a sledgehammer." What the fuck is that, you might ask? But then again, rock stars often say crazy shit a lot of times in the past. I mean, you remember Ozzy Osbourne in 1988 said, "If you want to be a rock star for 10 minutes, jump off the Empire State Building. When you land, you'll have the largest audience in the world." Really, Ozzy? Give me a break. Now, Wood, who's now 33, has a husband and a child, said that she met the shock rocker when she was, as I mentioned, 19 and he was 36. Now, in 2018, she testified before a House Judiciary Subcommittee as part of an effort to get the Sexual Assault Survivors Bill of Rights passed in all 50 states. She said, "My experience with domestic violence was this: toxic mental, physical, sexual abuse, which started slow but escalated over time." We've heard many stories about that, by the way, including threats against my life, severe gaslighting, and brainwashing. Waking up to the same man who claimed to have loved me, raping what he believed to be my unconscious body. She told the subcommittee at that time, but she didn't name the perpetrator. Now, the following year after that, she testified before California legislators on behalf of the Phoenix Act legislation that altered the statute of limitations for crimes involving domestic violence. So, I guess this now puts Marilyn Manson along the likes with R. Kelly, Onision, and recently T.I. and Tiny. They've been accused of a supposed sex ring and child grooming as well. We know about Onision's bullshit for many times last year or a year before. I did a couple videos on this particular subject as well, involving that guy. And of course, we cannot forget the big one, R. Kelly. And of course, Bill Cosby just as well. And my question is, what the fuck? Now, I have a Facebook friend whose name is Rachel. She lives in Iceland with her boyfriend, and they recently had a baby together. She admitted on her page that she is obsessed with Marilyn Manson. My question is, what is she going to think about it now? Is she going to think that this is false, or is she going to believe the stories of what she says? And I'm going to do the same right now in this video. I want to ask all the Manson fans out there, what do you think about all this? You believe he should be held accountable? Or do you believe that Evan Rachel Wood is lying about this? You know, too many times we've seen all this happen, you know, with musicians, movie actors, you name it. So, and me personally, you know, in a lot of ways, you know, for some reason, I should not be surprised. I mean, there were a lot of details in this book many years back, you know, detailing what they did to this girl, what they did to that girl there, backstage there. And also, let's not forget, his former bass player, Twiggy Ramirez, was fired from his band because one of the members of the group, Jackoff Jill, made accusations that Ramirez sexually assaulted her a few times. I don't know what to say myself, you know. I was hoping to have Arcanolia's take on this subject, but we'll have to wait till next time when I bring this subject up to him there. But in the meantime, I want to hear what you, the people, have to say about this, okay? Let me know in the comments below, alright? And also hit that like button, and most of all, subscribe to my channel, folks. I'm Dr. Earl. You have a blessed weekend. Bye-bye.